Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. This is Ashwin Ramani, your research analyst at SBI Securities. I hope I'm audible and I hope you all are able to see my screen. If you all can give me a heads up in the chat box. अगर मेरी आवाज सुनाई दे रही है, स्क्रीन दिखाई दे रहा है तो आप मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में कमेंट करके बता सकते हो so that I know you are with me live in the session. Chandrasekhar ji, good afternoon. Audio video is clear. Perfect. Murthy ji, good afternoon. Murthy ji, I'm yet to receive a response from them, so I'm still awaiting their response on rights issue. Good afternoon, Sabteek. Namaste, Rakesh ji, RD ji. Great. We'll just wait for another 10-20 seconds and then we'll start with today's bed market. So finally, Nifty about 26,000. So good that Nifty has been able to hold to its 50-day EMA yesterday. And we are above the 26,000 mark now. Ashok ji saying sab theek, okay, perfect. So शुरू करते हैं आज के mid market session. So we'll start with an update on the global markets first. So Murthy ji, no problem. Good afternoon, Sudhakar ji. So अगर हम US markets की बात करें, so Dow Jones closed 1.34% higher, S&P 500 closed 0.21% higher, while Nasdaq closed around 0.25% lower. So US markets are near their all-time highs, thanks to the interest rate cut by the Fed that has led to surge in their equities. And more, Dow futures is up 0.21%, and also there was a phone call between our Prime Minister and US President Donald Trump yesterday. So seems like the trade deal might be at the end of the discussion, and probably we might have a deal announced very soon. So I guess there are some talks regarding defense, energy, etc. So we'll have to wait and watch whether it was. I don't know what happened between on the phone call between the two of them. But hopefully, we should be having a deal between India and US very soon. If you look at the European markets also closed in the green. Germany was up 0.68%. London was up 0.5%. France was up 0.8%. And Euro Stocks Index closed around 0.18% higher. If you look at the Asian markets are also positive. Nikkei is up 1.3%. Hang Seng is also a 1.56%. Kospi is a 1.38%. So the other Asian markets are doing extremely well today. Shanghai is relatively flat, flat to mildly positive. It's up 0.32%. Where our markets, Nifty and Sensex, both are up in the range of 0.5%, where Nifty is above the 26,000 mark. That is the psychological level for Nifty. And Sensex is near about the 85,200 mark currently. So if we look at what has happened in the last 5 days, if we see a lot of money has gone into the other Asian markets, Hang Seng, Kospi, and Dow Jones also has been doing well in the past 1 week or so. Nikkei is up 0.42%. Our markets in the last 5 days have been relatively down. We are down around 0.5%. Even China is down around 1% in the last 5 days. Euro Stocks Index was also up around 1%. So the other Asian markets, US markets, European markets are doing well, barring India and China, which has relatively not performed well in the last 1 week. If we look at the macro indicators, so dollar index had a drop yesterday, so nearly about 1% fall in the dollar index in the last 2 days. This is especially good for emerging markets like us, because though dollar is strengthening against the rupee, I think we yet again, dollar had hit a high of 90.56 today. This is what is hurting us and hurting our economy. You can give as many narratives as you want, whether dollar strengthening is a good sign or should dollar stay elevated. But FIIs aren't going to come to our markets as long as dollar stays stronger compared to the rupee. Dollar index has gone below the 98 mark. There was a scare in between wherein dollar index tried to go past the 100 mark, but I think profit booking around those levels led to a fall in the dollar index. If you look at the US government bonds 10-year yield, so post the interest rate cut by Fed, we saw yields cooling off around 0.84%. And again, there is some recovery from the lower levels. But considering the fact that there was an announcement saying that, you know, they are going to buy around $40 billion of treasuries, I think that will probably keep the yields in control going forward. But I think markets will be keenly awaiting the Bank of Japan's interest rate policy. We'll have to wait and see as to how that pans out. I think market is factoring in a rare rate hike. It's at 0.5%. Looks like it might go to 0.75% because even Japan wants to control inflation, and that will have some carry trade unwinding repercussions as well. Maybe some of that might be playing it out currently, considering the fact that our markets were under a bit of pressure in the last 1 week. Maybe markets would have discounted a rate hike in Japan. If you look at crude oil, so crude oil fell by almost 1.76% yesterday. This is good sign, especially at a time when dollar is rising. Falling crude oil prices kind of helps our economy, considering the fact that we are an oil importing nation. So nothing much to worry on the crude oil front. Even as far as the volatility is concerned, VIX is seeing a sharp dip. It has come to its major support of around 9.5 to 9.7. So VIX cooling off is also a good sign, albeit it doesn't help your premium movements that much, because when volatility falls, even your premium kind of you know stays relatively flat. But I think your India VIX, the major support for India VIX is around 9.7. I think any fall below this is likely to be more positive. It is only going to give more comfort to the bulls. If you look at silver, so is there anything that can stop silver currently? So silver again has hit a fresh high, 63, almost $64 an ounce, and silver continues to move up higher. Looks like it can continue its up move. So around $60 an ounce is where the support is placed for silver. While on the if you look at gold, so gold again has given a breakout. So we were waiting for a breakout above $4,250 an ounce. So gold has broken out of this level, and looks like gold might be heading towards $4,390, $4,400 an ounce in the short term. So all in all, if I have to pick out a couple of a single negative from this macro indicators is the stronger dollar against the rupee. Back because that is only going to keep the FIIs away, and we can see that if you look at the FI positioning, कल भी FIIs ने almost 2020 करोड़ का selling किया है cash market में, और that was the 11th consecutive day of selling by the FIIs. So they have sold roughly around 23,550 crores in the just last 11 trading sessions. And even if we see the long short ratio, that has improved marginally to 11.45 compared to the previous day reading of 10.67. But nevertheless, FII still continue to hold more short positions compared to long positions in index futures. And like we've discussed, जब तक यहाँ से short covering नहीं आता है, जब तक FIIs अपना shorts cover नहीं करते हैं, तब तक एक बन जाता है. That kind of momentum that is lacking in Nifty, it is very important that FIIs cover their shorts, because I think they will bring much needed liquidity to our markets. But as long as it stays in that range, we'll have days where Nifty might move up 2% in 2-3 days, and again we'll have a profit booking of 1%, 1.5%. Then again it will go up. So we'll keep seeing this kind of choppy move in Nifty. Till the time FIIs don't participate in this rally. Now, as far as the key levels are concerned, so if we look at the daily chart for Nifty, most importantly, Nifty for the past 3 days, it was hovering around its 50-day EMA, which was acting as a strong support. So you can see that this 50-day EMA here, this acted as a strong support for Nifty. and it was very important for Nifty to hold above this level. So 50 days around 25,700, 25,730. That was the level we discussed in yesterday's session. And one good positive is right now Nifty is well above its 20-day EMA, which is at around 25,950, 25,960. And we are roughly around 60 points higher from our 20-day EMA here. So closing about 20 EMA is absolutely good positive sign for us as we close out on this week. But it's very important for Nifty to sustain about 26,000. ऐसा ना हो कि मंडे को फिर से खुलते हुए फिर से we drop below 26,000 here. Ideally, the trend should continue now. And on the upside, the previous high of 26,200, that will be the first resistance for Nifty, followed by 26,300, 26,330. That will be resistance 2. So there are a couple of hurdles at the top. One is 26,200 and one is 26,300, 26,330. While on the downside, 25,700, that is likely to act as a support. So as long as 25,700, 25,800 is respected, the trend for Nifty is likely to remain positive. RSI has also seen a uptick from almost 44. It has gone to 53, which is a good sign. And looks like even the ADX is almost on the verge of crossing over. The DI plus is on the verge of crossing over the DI minus. So that indicates strengthening bullish momentum. Sorry, not momentum. It's like your the bullish trend is kind of getting stronger. And we can see the MACD bars have also started to shrinken, which was rising, and now it has started to shrinken. So that also asserts some control over the buyers, by buyers over the sellers here. So all in all, it's positive. Very important we close above the 20-day EMA. That will be a very key level to watch out as we close out this week. If you look at Sensex, so Sensex again, similar story. So Sensex didn't go below the 50-day EMA. It was well above the 50-day EMA. But the 84,300, 84,400, that zone acted as a strong support zone for Sensex. And for the last, couple of days, it was taking resistance around the 20-day EMA mark. अगर आप देखोगे 9 दिसंबर को भी 20 डे ईएमए के ऊपर क्लोज नहीं कर पाया, 10 दिसंबर को भी 20 डे ऊपर के नीचे क्लोज नहीं कर पाया, but today it is has gone above the 20 day EMA, and until now it is sustaining above this level, and hence this 20 day EMA, which is around 84 880, 84 900, it's very important for Sensex to close above this level. So that 84 800 on the downside, that is likely to act as a strong support. Again, even Sensex has a couple of resistance on the top. The first resistance will be around the 85 700, 85 800 mark, followed by 86 100, 86 200 mark on the upside. So first it needs to go above the previous swing high, then it needs to get towards this high here. But the fact that ये जो bounce हुआ था, it didn't cross the previous high here. So if you still see that एक lower high, छोटा सा lower high दिख रहा है, so for the up move to pick pace, it's very important that this immediate resistance of 85 700, 85 800 needs to be taken out. Because let's say if it goes above and again if we see a fall here, then chances are that the weakness can continue. So Sensex kind of needs to negate this lower high trend and probably close above the 85 700, 85 800 mark here. And that is the same with Nifty as well. Now Nifty also needs to go about 26 200. That's your immediate hurdle in Nifty. Now if we look at Bank Nifty की बात करें, so Bank Nifty पिछले 3 दिन से एक sideways movement में था. It closed about 20, then closed below 20, then again closed about 20. So there was a lot of indecision in the last 3 days here. But if I have to simply mark out key levels in Bank Nifty, let me remove all the lines. I think the only lines that should bother is on the lower side, 58 800. That's a strong support for Bank Nifty, and on the upper side, it should be this level of 59 400. So Bank Nifty needs to move above this previous 3 days range. Only then we can expect some momentum on the upside. So on the upside, 59 400 is acting as a strong resistance. Downside around 58 800 is a strong support. Till the time it is in this range, you can expect some choppiness in the Bank Nifty index as well. Today also you can see it is not decisively giving a breakout above this range here. So again, that 59,400, 59,500 is acting as a hurdle. But I think once we get a strong close above 59,400, 59,500, that is your previous 3 days consolidation range, then chances are that Bank Nifty can move higher. Again, even Bank Nifty has a couple of resistance. There is one resistance around the 59,800 mark, and there is one resistance around the 6,100 mark here. Again, the second time it tried to move up, it failed to cross the previous high. Again, this time again, it is attempting a pullback on the upside. And it's very important that this previous high needs to be taken out, that is 59,800. Because as long as this level is not taken out, bulls can't come in decisively in either of the three indices here, whether it's Nifty, Sensex, or Bank Nifty. That lower high formation needs to be negated for Nifty to move up higher. Now, talking about the heat map, in fact, most of the sectors and the stocks are in green today. So if we look at the heavyweights first, HDFC Bank is quiet while ICICI is up 0.4%. TCS is up 0.61%, Reliance is up 0.78%, Bharti Airtel is up 0.86%, while Nifty is down 0.3%. So if you see, four of the top five heavyweights, which constitutes almost 40% of Nifty's weightage, is up. That is kind of keeping the Nifty steady today. As far as the laggards are concerned, SBI is down 0.3%, HDFC Life is 0.27% down. Infi and HCL Tech are seeing some profit booking today. Hindustan Unilever has, it's down around 1.84. So that's the worst performing stock from the Nifty 50 pack. And the overall FMCG space also has been, under some pressure. If we see, the pharma pack is quiet today. Metal again are seeing some strong traction. Again, JSW Steel, Tata Steel, Hindalco, all these counters are doing well. Apart from that, there was one also other news that came in. It's like even Mexico has imposed 50% tariffs on India. Pretty similar to what US has imposed on us. So it seems like some players, जो हम लोग exports करते हैं, like your auto, steel, auto components, they have kind of flagged off this issue to Mr. Piyush Goyal. That is what the reports are suggesting, that it is probably going to hurt their imports, and they probably want to have free trade agreement with Mexico very soon. But it seems like Mexico is in no mood to talk to India currently. So I think all these time we were waiting for the issue to get sorted with US, and now even I think Mexico has come up with a 50% tariffs. Even we have a good amount of trade deal, if not very significant, with Mexico. But I think that is also a major overhang for the markets now. अब तक एक ही कंट्री के साथ डील कर रहा है. I think now it's Mexico is another headache for us. So we'll have to wait and see as to how that pans out going forward. So auto counters are also doing well. Maruti is up 1.4%. Mahindra is up 0.36%. Titan is up 1%. But the other three counters, Bajaj Auto, Eicher Motors, they are trading in negative. L&T is up 1.8%, but I think it's the metal sector that is leading the sectoral pack today. I think post a brief profit booking in the metal space, I think metal stocks have started to do well. Now, if we look at how the sectors have moved in the last, if I have to look at last 5 days in particular, so we can clearly see that there is a jump in the metal index, which was down, that is seeing some strong buying interest here. ये आप pink line देख सकते हो, metal has given a jump, so that is up around 1.4%. Barring metal, even private banks are doing well. Some select names in the private banking space are doing well in this current market. I think those are, if I have to pick out the strongest sectors in this week, weak market, would be your metal and private banks. But as far as the laggards are concerned, so defense continues to go down. I think there is another round of selling pressure, that is seen in the defense space today. That is down nearly 3%. IT has also started to see some profit booking. एक ऐसा लग रहा था कि एक strong follow through move मिलेगा, but I think even IT has given up gains in the last 5 days. Tourism also continues to underperform. PSU banks, also are seeing some profit booking post the sharp rally. Or so avoid defense, tourism, IT for now. I think your strongest sectors would be metal and private banks, whereas if I have to pick the weak sectors, it will be your CPSE space, realty space, tourism, defense, IT and PSU banks. So IT overall, the momentum, see overall trajectory अच्छा है IT का, but अगर आप पिछले एक हफ्ते से देखोगे तो फिर से थोड़ा profit booking आया है. So as far as strong sectors are concerned, it is metals and private banks here. Now since we are talking about metals, अगर हम metal का ratio chart देखेंगे, so you can, if you see, there is this upward sloping trend line which this index has respected. So this is drawn, so you can see there is one support here, another support, then there is a support here, then there is a support here. फिर यहाँ पे metal ने support लिया था और यहाँ पे फिर से metal ने support लिया है. So you can see every time metal by Nifty ratio chart comes to this zone, there is an uptick, and this time the uptick is very strong here. So that kind of signifies that metal is one sector that is outperforming the Nifty index. Now, if I have to talk about key stocks to watch out from the metal space, one would be Hindalco. So अगर हम Hindalco की बात करें, so it was moving in this consolidation range, and today again it has given a breakout. RSI has moved above 60. You can see that the DI lines are widening, and we can see even MACD histogram bars are starting to rise. So it's very important. It sustains above 825, 830. That is the strong support for Hindalco. And if it continues, then I think Hindalco can keep moving higher towards 860, 865 levels in the short term. Apart from that, Hindustan Copper भी अगर हम देखेंगे यहाँ पे, so यहाँ पे एक resistance था, then there was one resistance here, then again it took resistance around this 365, 370 mark. But today seems like we have gotten a breakout. There is a good spike in volumes as well. You can see even volumes have kind of picked up in Hindustan Copper. RSI is above 60. You can see even the ADX has started to rise, which is a positive sign. And we can see MACD line is well above the signal line and zero line here. So Hindustan Copper also, seems like it can continue its move towards 400 with around 360, 365 acting as a strong support for the stock. The next stock is JSL. JSL ki agar hum dekhe, so even JSL was, kind of consolidating in this tight range since quite some time, probably since the start of November. And we can see it has kind of given a breakout, but there is a strong lack of follow through move. But I feel once this level gets taken out around 790, 800, then I think it can move towards its previous high, which is towards 825, 830 levels on the upside. RSI, again, it's in a rising mode. It's near about the 60 levels. And MACD, you can see rising MACD histogram bars. I probably feel even the Bollinger Bands, which was kind of narrowing, that is also kind of, widening here. So that is also a positive for Jindal Stainless. And if we get a strong follow through above 790, then I think it can move towards 825, 830 levels in the short term. Apart from that, Hindustan Zinc, again, agar hum dekhenge, Hindustan Zinc, thanks to silver prices hitting fresh highs every day, we discussed the stock yesterday as well. It was near its previous resistance. So earlier it failed to cross 525. Then there was some hesitation around that same level yesterday. And today stock has given a breakout, and you can see there is also some surge in the volumes as well. The volumes has also kind of picked up in Hindustan Zinc. The ADX has started to rise. You can see RSI is well above, I think it's near about 74. There is rising MACD histogram bars, MACD line well above the signal line and zero line. So Hindustan Zinc is also the largest silver producer. I think the higher silver prices is helping this stock. And even this stock looks good from the metal space. So you can clearly see that there is good traction in the metal space here. Apart from that, like I said, even private banks are kind of outperforming the Nifty index. So अगर हम private bank देखें तो ये ratio chart में एक downward sloping trend line breakout मिलके the line has started to move up higher. That indicates that there is relative outperformance in the private banking name. One would be Axis Bank. अगर हम Axis Bank देखें, so Axis Bank again, it was kind of consolidating in this range. So you can see this was the range in which Axis Bank was consolidating in, and there is again some good traction that is building out. So last 3 days again it was consolidating, and we are seeing some good buying interest in Axis Bank as well. The RSI, which was flat, has kind of started to move higher. So it's at around 60T. MACD line is well above the signal line. While you can see that I think these bands need to widen. I think once we get that, I think even Axis Bank can move higher towards 1300, 1305 levels in the short term, with around 1265, 1270 acting as a strong support for the stock. Apart from Axis Bank, even Kotak Bank is kind of looking strong. So अगर हम Kotak Bank देखें, so even Kotak Bank was moving in a range. So you can see it was एक sideways था, then it broke out, then again it went sideways, again it gave a breakout. But I think we need a strong follow-up about 2200, 2205. I think once we get that, we can expect even Kotak Bank to move towards 2250, 2260 levels in the short term, with around 2140, 2150 acting as a strong support for the stock. So metals and private banks, both these sectors are extremely strong. Apart from that, even auto is one sector that is relatively doing well. So अगर आप auto by Nifty का ratio chart देखोगे, you can see there was a support here, then again another support, then again it took support here. So it is kind of holding this upward sloping trend line, which is a positive sign. But not many names in the auto space are showing strong relative outperformance, barring a couple. One is Maruti. अगर हम Maruti देखें, so Maruti again also was consolidating in a range. आप देख सकते हो काफी टाइम से एक sideways consolidation में था Maruti, and today it is kind of breaking out of this range here, and RSI has also gone above 60, and the DI lines have also started to widen. So you can see DI plus is well above DI minus, and even MACD line has crossed over the signal line, and MACD bars have started to rise. So I think even Maruti can continue its up move. It can move towards 16 700 levels in the short term. That is where the next resistance for the stock is placed. And one other name from the auto space is again Motherson. Motherson, आप देखेंगे, it is swiftly moving in a higher high, higher low formation. It moved up, then there was kind of a consolidation here. Then again it moved up, and again it consolidated. But you can see this, 20-day EMA is acting as a strong support for Motherson. And it has also broken above this previous high of 120. So it's very important for Motherson to stay above 120. I think once, as long as it stays above 120, it can move higher towards 124, 125, with around 115 acting as a strong support for the stock. So metals, private banks, auto, these are the sectors that are looking strong here. And that was all about today's mid-market session. And let us start off with our question and answer. If you have any queries, any doubts, do let me know in the chat box, and I'll be happy to answer them. So I'll take Madhavji is asking Cipla. Let me look Cipla. Cipla is good, but I think we need a trend line breakout. चाहिए. Wait for a breakout. Wait for one more day. Wait for Monday. I think 1530, 1535 के ऊपर एक डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट मिलता है, then chances are that Cipla can move higher. AB Capital is good. I think if you are holding, then probably around 345 is where you can keep your support. I think it can move higher towards 368, 370 on a short-term basis. I think once it crosses 370, it can move even higher. Yeah, Cummins is good as well. Cummins is also one stock that is in an uptrend, almost on the verge of a breakout here. I think this 20-day EMA of 4,430, 4,440, that zone is likely to act as a strong support. Yeah, I think even BHEL is good. BHEL also has broken out of last 3-4 days consolidation. So around 270, 272 is likely to act as a support. Good. If you're holding all the 4 stocks, you can continue to hold Madhavji with appropriate supports. मल्लिकार्जुन जी इज आस्किंग फॉर सीडीएसएल थोड़ा सा वेट करना है, हमने कल भी डिस्कस किया था। अगर आप देखोगे ना, ये जो अपवर्ड स्लोपिंग ट्रेंड लाइन है उसको रेस्पेक्ट किया है पिछले 3 बार, अब थोड़ा सा अवर कर रहा है यहाँ पे। अगर इसके ऊपर थोड़ा सा एक स्ट्रॉन्ग कैंडल बनता है, देन चांसेस आर दैट सीडीएसएल कैन पुल बैक हायर, but I think if we go below this 1480 mark, then I think chances are that there can be some pressure coming in CDSL. प्रजना जी इज आस्किंग फॉर केन्स अवॉइड करना प्रजना जी, बिकॉज सी अभी इश्यूज है इसके। भले इट हैज टेकन यहाँ पे, यू कैन सी देयर वाज वन मेजर सपोर्ट इन दिस 3850 3830 रेंज, एंड अगेन यू कैन सी सम काइंड ऑफ रिकवरी इन केन्स फ्रॉम दिस लेवल। अगर आपको चांस लेना ही है, इफ यू वांट टू प्ले विथ फायर, मे बी एक छोटा क्वांटिटीज आप डाल सकते हो। इट्स नॉट दैट यू एड अ सिग्निफिकेंट अमाउंट ऑफ क्वांटिटीज हियर, बिकॉज अगेन देयर आर इश्यूज and the stock might take some time to recover. We don't know what exactly, though the management has given some clarity on that, but it will not be wise to go heavy on this stock at this level. Maybe a staggered approach le sakte ho. If you're taking a chance, maybe keep an SL of around 3800 3900. If it keeps moving higher, maybe keep adding if you want to, but I would say don't go all in. Maybe a staggered approach is what you can take at the current levels here. But if it goes below 3800, then I think there can be more pain in this stock going forward. Hint copper is good, Madhavji. Don't worry. I think you don't have to probe too much on that. I think it is kind of recovering now. I think it can move higher towards 417, 420. I think it could be routine profit booking. I don't see any other reason apart from that. I think it has kind of recovered strongly from almost 187. It has gone to 378, 380. It's good. The overall trend is positive in Hindustan Copper. GMDC. Okay, let me look at GMDC. GMDC थोड़ा सा चॉपीनेस है, इतना स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं लग रहा है. मे बी वेट अंटिल 540 545 गेट्स टेकन आउट ऑन द अपसाइड. एटर्नल थोड़ा अवॉइड करना, बिकॉज बहुत ही चॉपी मूवमेंट है एटर्नल में. इफ यू लुक एट एटर्नल, नाइका, ऑल दीज न्यू एज कंपनीज, it's hovering around its 200-day EMA. Very important that it holds 280, because if it goes below 280, then chances are that it can fall even further. नाइका भी अवॉइड करना, बिकॉज नाइका में है थोड़ा सा प्रॉफिट बुकिंग है. इट हैज आल्सो ब्रोकन बिलो द ट्रेंड लाइन हियर. जब तक 260 के ऊपर ब्रेकआउट नहीं मिलता है, तब तक अप मूव इज रूल्ड आउट. एज लॉन्ग एज इट स्टेज बिलो 260, chances are that it can keep falling lower. Thermax, Kotak has initiated a view. Okay, Thermax, let me look at Thermax. Very bit too early to say if this is a reversal, because Harish ji, overall structure आप देखोगे एक डाउन ट्रेंड में है. Even if I go back here, I think there is one major support probably in this area, that is around 2520. That is when the last time the stock recovered. But I think purely if you ask me from technicals, I would say avoid for now. बिकॉज देखो क्लियरली इसका ट्रेंड डाउन है. आज एक पुल बैक आया है. आई थिंक दैट इज प्रॉब्ली गॉट टू डू विद द फैक्ट दैट वो कवरेज इनिशिएट हुआ है. शायद there would have been some buying at the lower levels. Even the candle doesn't look very strong. It's still below its 20-day EMA, and it has corrected a lot. So maybe very too early to judge. Maybe let it go higher. Let's say it goes higher. Don't even try to capture this. Then I'm pretty sure there will be one more round of profit booking here. And then again, don't even chase this. But again, if it goes higher and once it takes out this high, and this is probably where you can consider. So wait for this kind of pattern to form out in this stock. Then probably हम बोल सकते कि okay, now the buyers are coming in at lower levels here. But I think it's too early to enter, at the lower levels, considering the fact that the overall trend is still down. So I would say avoid Thermax for now. SMC Global for long term. गणेश जी को ऐसे ही चार्ट्स पसंद आते हैं. ओला See, SMC Global Securities again. मैं क्या व्यू बताऊं इसका 1 वीक अगर मैं चार्ट देखूं आई थिंक इट हैज रिजन फ्रॉम ऑलमोस्ट 55 to 82 अगर इफ वी लुक एट 1 मंथ हियर आई थिंक इसका प्रीवियस हाई तक ये जा सकता है शायद 1995 दैट इज वेयर द इमीडिएट रेजिस्टेंस इज लास्ट टाइम हुआ था बट इट काइंड ऑफ करेक्टेड हियर बट मे बी ऑन द डाउन साइड अराउंड 50-55 पता नहीं मेरे को तो इतना हाई कन्विक्शन नहीं लग रहा है इस चार्ट में इट्स जस्ट आई फील दिस रैली जो तेजी से ऊपर गया शायद वो तेजी से गिर भी सकता है you know such stocks I think kind of tendency to have a behavior like that very similar to Ola Vodafone Idea. I have no biases against the company. I'm purely talking in terms of technicals. It's risen a lot. अगर आप देखोगे around 20%, another 8% here. So ये लेवल में एंटर करना थोड़ा सा डाइसी होगा. थोड़ा प्रॉफिट करेक्शन के लिए वेट करना यहाँ पे. अगर फिर से एक रिवर्सल साइंस आता है देन आई थिंक मे बी यू कैन काइंड ऑफ लुक इनटू बट डोंट गो हेवी ऑन दिस स्टॉक. अगर आपको करना ही है तो मे बी छोटे इससे कर सकते हो बट don't allocate a big money for this. Keep a extremely small risk if you just want to play out this move here, but wait for a correction. Ideally this is not a good level to enter considering the fact that it's already gone up by 30-35%. PSU banks में IDBI I think wait, I think thoda sa we need some more strong reversal signs. Not a convincing chart setup, so I would say avoid IDBI. Bank of Baroda again, wait for it to move about 295-300. I think once we get about 295-300 it can move up higher. थोड़ा सा PSU में अभी profit booking चल रहा है, so थोड़ा सा PSU bank अब avoid करना. There are better names in PSUs like Canara Bank, Union Bank, Bank of Baroda. I think avoid South Indian Bank. Balay it has gone up, but I think even South Indian Bank needs to go above 41-43. So avoid PSU space for now, Madhav ji. GMR Airports, I think बीच में एक अच्छा trend पकड़ा था. But I think there is some profit booking that we are seeing here. I think the profit booking started exactly the day when the issues with Indigo started. And the overall trajectory is down. I think on the downside, I feel this 95 is a strong support. As long as 95-96 holds, the overall trend is positive. Nation Alam is also good. 277. The overall trend is strong. Part of the metal space that is doing well. So maybe around 260, 262 is a strong support for this stock here. SBC Exports. Good. I think penny stock again. अगर आपके पास है तो अराउंड 26.5 का एसएल रख के आप होल्ड कर सकते हो. रोहत जी अवॉइड बजाज हाउसिंग 52 वीक लो पे है बट सी कोई रिवर्सल साइंस नहीं है. Wait for some reversal signs. Like I said, wait for an uptick, wait for a correction, and wait for that second uptick. Avoid Bajaj Housing Finance for now. Defense stocks भी avoid करना because the overall defense space भी under performance है, BDL भी down है. Avoid सारे moving averages के नीचे है. Amta Tech is also down. Avoid defense space guys. अभी फिलहाल that is also hovering around its 50-day, probably below 2270. It can crack further. Even data patterns. हमने देखा बीच में कोई पॉजिटिव ट्रिगर है नहीं डिफेंस के लिए फिलहाल के लिए. इवन दैट इज बिलो इट्स 200 डे EMA ईयर. आई थिंक अवॉइड डिफेंस स्पेस PSU स्पेस फॉर नाउ. गेल फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म. See, Gale has kind of corrected, but I feel if I have to give you a broader picture, as long as this 200 and I would say around 150 150-200 इसका एक crucial range है राकेश जी. I think ये इसका अगर मैं Fibonacci retracement भी देखूं from this whole up move until this level, even if you see the 50% retracement comes around this 200 zone. So I would say unless and until 200 is not taken out, I feel the moment is going to be choppy. So it's better to avoid Gale for now, and also a slow moving stock, so it will test your patience a lot going forward. DCX system, अवॉइड डाउन ट्रेंड में है गणेश जी. सी, आपको अगर कोई स्टॉक डाउन ट्रेंड में दिख रहा है, डोंट गो फॉर बॉटम फिशिंग गाइस. इसमें आपका पैसा जाने का प्रोबेबिलिटी ज्यादा है कमाने से. सो अगर आई थिंक 140 तक गिर सकता है. जितना भी ये पूरा गेन्स किया था यहाँ पे फ्रॉम 120 टू 440, और पूरा गेन्स ऑलमोस्ट 90% गेन्स हैज बीन इरेज्ड हियर. एंड आई थिंक बिलो 139 इट कैन फॉल इवन फर्दर. अवॉइड राकेश जी, सॉरी गणेश जी, इसको अवॉइड कर रहा है डीसीएक्स सिस्टम्स को. Defense, see, if you're holding, maybe you can cut your positions and maybe look for a re-entry once we see defense seeing renewed traction. But for now, अभी underperformance है. अभी कोई reversal signs तो फिलहाल दिख नहीं रहे defense में. But maybe if you can cut your positions in defense, probably put your money in some other trending stock for now. And probably once again फिर से डिफेंस में अगर मोमेंटम आता है, then maybe you can reroute your money back into the defense space your BPCL and Hind Petro. Barring the two, I think both are relatively trading flat, Manohar ji. I think if ratio chart moves above 0.82, then chances of BPCL outperforming Hindustan Petroleum is much higher. Eicher Motors is good, good stock, but it's just like काफी ऊपर चला गया. ADX भी काफी peak out हो गया है. Wait for थोड़ा profit booking probably until 6,700 6,800 तक थोड़ा सा आता है. देन अगर वहां से एक रिवर्सल साइन मिलता है, then you will get a better price. For now it's already very high. But if you want, maybe you can take a chance with small quantities, but don't go heavy on this stock at this point. Nifty weekly time frame, how will it end this month? This month, okay, just a second. This month very important that एक हैंगिंग मैन जैसे एक फॉर्मेशन बना है. अगर आप देखोगे वीकली चार्ट में, so you can see that the price corrected and then there was a big buying from the lower levels. So एक renewed buying interest नजर आया है निफ्टी में, but I feel ये जब तक ये 26,300 26,330 पार नहीं करता है, तब तक ये चॉपीनेस कंटिन्यू हो सकता है. There are multiple. One is at 26,200, one is at 26,300. These are a couple of resistance for Nifty here. While on the downside, I feel 25,700. That's a strong support. How will it end this month? It depends on whether it is able to sustain 26,000. So we'll have to take one day at a time. But the fact that there has been good amount of buying interest at the lower levels, that shows that probably I think the trend should kind of improve and we should move higher from here. That is so positive ही है. It's not that कोई negative indicators है. Last week भी ऐसे ही हुआ था. Lower level से एक buying आया था. ये level भी ऐसे initially it fell this week and again it recovered. Last week also it fell, it recovered. अगर आप उसके पहले देखोगे तो वो भी वही ट्रेंड है. इट फेल एंड इट रिकवर्ड. तो पिछले 3 हफ्ते से यही ट्रेंड दिख रहा है कि स्टार्टिंग में गिरता है, फिर रिकवरी आता है, फिर गिरता है, फिर रिकवरी आता है. दैट इज व्हाई यू सी लॉन्ग लोअर विक्स. दैट सजेस्ट कि एनी डिप इज बीइंग बॉट इनटू. दैट इज अगेन अ पॉजिटिव साइन फॉर निफ्टी. कि ऐसा नहीं कि वी आर लेटिंग निफ्टी फॉल लाइक दिस. गिरता है तो देयर आर बायर्स दैट आर प्रेजेंट एट की सपोर्ट लेवल्स and they've been buying into supports here. Maruti is good. We discussed that. Shilpa ji, Maruti good hai. Sagility, maybe wait. Thoda consolidation phase में I think needs to break out above 52, 53. I think once we get that, chances are that even Sagility can move higher. Okay, I'll just take one last stock. Care ratings. Care ratings avoid. थोड़ा सा sideways है. I think wait until 1620, 1630 is taken out. I think once we get that, then probably it can move higher. अभी फिलहाल के लिए momentum नहीं है. If you're holding that around 1450, 1460 is where you can keep your support. That's a longer term support. but I think that is where the next support is placed for the stock. Or maybe you can keep around 1450. वो एक strong support है. Below 1450, chances are that the price can correct further. Okay, so I guess that's all from this week's mid-market session. I hope you all are finding these sessions informative. And in case if you're finding any value add, please share it across your friends, families, relatives, and so that they can also take benefit of these sessions. Because आपके बोलने से ही लोगों को पता चलेगा, तब तक it is not possible. So if you are I'm not asking for anything else, but if you are genuinely feeling that this mid-market sessions add value, it's informative, then do share it across, do spread a word that SBI Securities is doing these mid-market sessions, and probably you should attend that. So that's all from this week. So next week we'll have a webinar. I think that my colleague Gautam will be doing a webinar on Monday from 4 to 5. Tuesday we'll be doing on ratio charts. Do attend that. It will be a fantastic session. We'll see how to pick trending sectors, how to pick trending stocks, how to pick stocks for swing trading. We'll see all that with examples on Tuesday. Index option पर एक webinar करो जरूर, गणेश जी करेंगे. Index options पे भी we'll do that. ठीक है, so bye guys, take care and have a happy weekend, and see you on Monday, that is 15 December at 12:30 on SBI Securities YouTube channel. Bye guys, take care and stay safe.